All right, so I was dropping off my sister at the bus stop the other day, and while I had a great idea, uh, it just reminded me of my middle school days, and I thought I would talk a little bit about my some funny things, I guess, from middle school. Um, well, first off, I'd like to say like I'm a pretty nostalgic person. I like looking back. I like looking back, and that's not even to say like I look at pictures or something all the time, but I like looking back with my mind. Like I uh I guess it's fun. Yeah, whatever. 'Cause my arm got tired last time. Anyway, yeah, I like looking back with my mind, like in terms of like the feelings I got from certain situations or people, especially people. Like I feel like the feelings I've felt like from different people, different relationships and stuff. And by that I don't mean like romantic relationship, any sort of relationship with a person. Um, I can just feel that sometimes, and it's just nice to reminisce on. And I guess some imagery, you know. I feel like a lot of the things like we think about or feel like it's hard to explain in words. At least that's how I feel. Like no words really capture like whatever I'm trying to convey sometimes. Anyway, yeah, nostalgia. I'm a pretty nostalgic person. I like looking back. I like my memories. I like my memories. I'm very fond of my memories. Um, and yeah, it seems like the fucking theme for my channel right now is self-doubt. Or I've used like 20 different words like doubt, confidence, consciousness, whatever. So, but you know what I'm trying to say basically. Sort of like the same thing with all of them. But anyway, like I thought about another thing that goes with that. Well, like recently, I've been like connecting with like old friends, like from like a decade ago even. Like I've known for like many years. You know, I don't talk to them like often or anything, but just like contacting them again and just thinking about previous memories with them. And like I realized it like afterwards, like why I was doing it, because it's a way to remind you of who you were whenever you're unsure, you feel like unconfident in your identity at the present moment. You feel like, everything is completely changed and like your foundation is gone. I think it's good to go back to a time where you felt stable. You felt stable and grounded and safe, I guess. I don't know. Uh, these people yelling outside. It's a nice ass day. It's a nice ass day. Um, yeah, and I think that's actually that's more invaluable than what any advice like someone can give you, or believe in yourself, or something like that, because well, your past experiences is something that it's something that is in your memory, and it's true for yourself. Like you felt confident, or you felt good with this person at this time, and nothing can ever change that. So it's reliable, and yeah, it can be good to like reconnect with old friends and stuff. I think yeah, that's a way to help the self problems in the present. Okay, so anyway, so the funny things about middle school. Okay, all right, so okay, well, hopefully you guys think this is funny. I don't know. I thought about a few things that I just wanted to say. Anyway, all right, yeah. So I remember like I would be late to the bus stop like a lot. I was late like all the time. And actually, like, the bus stop's like 2 streets away, and you can see like the bus driving away here. Like if it's already left my stop, you can see it like through these houses over here. So like sometimes like I would just be unsure, you know, whether I'm gonna ride the bus or not. And like I go outside and like I'd see the bus like riding away like through the houses, and I'd be like, nah, shit. All right, well, the bus is gone. um for a while. So then like I just asked like my mom to drop me off or whatever. But then like I could just walk to school and still get to school on time, which was like the stupid thing, because like my bus like picked me up first and then it went the opposite way from the school and then drove back. And I don't know how that makes sense, like in any way. I mean, if like unless like where all the buses are like over here or something, uh you know, like close to the school, I guess that makes sense then, because you have to go that way anyway. But like it was just stupid. Yeah, like I could walk to school and still get to school on time. And I actually like ask my friend Joey too sometimes, and we just like walk to school together. He'd be on the way. um oh, and then another thing, another fond experience, fond memory I have was bringing my Sri Lankan food to lunch at school. Oh, well, let me first say, lunch like in middle school was fun. Like I just remember like my table was fun. You just have like a big group of friends and stuff, and you sit together every day, and it's just pretty funny like most of the time, you know. And then the way like my middle school did it too, like we would do it like by grade. So you could sit like everyone in your grade like had lunch together. So like it was fun. Like there was a lot of people and stuff. um so yeah, so a fond experience I have is bringing my Sri Lankan food to school to lunch. um yeah, I would bring like rice and curry. And well, that tested my self-confidence for sure. That tested my self-confidence because like, all right, well, you know, to someone who hasn't experienced like that sort of food and stuff, it's a strong smell. It's a strong smell and a strong taste. And I love spicy food. I love Sri Lankan food. But yeah, it's a little off-putting like for someone who's not used to that, especially middle school kids who like are not used to that. You know, they're just eating fucking like chicken patties every day. uh and especially like the worst thing was like my lunchbox is in my locker for like 4 hours before that, you know, like it's not in the refrigerator. So like I can't help that, like it's, and then like with that I mean like, you know, the smell is gonna get like a little worse because it's sitting in my locker. But yeah, I just have good memories of bringing that to lunch and like opening it, and everyone would be like, what is that shit, like that smells like shit. And I would just be like, oh my god, like you know, immature middle school kids. So that was fun to deal with. And honestly, like I remember actually in elementary school, like my parents like emailed like my teacher because like this kid said like I was eating bird shit. uh yeah, so that was fun. And like I would prefer to eat that like over the stuff they had at school most of the time anyway. But just like the social part of like having that and like opening it and the smell and stuff like around other people and like just explaining it to them, uh that was not that fun. And I think that's it's kind of funny to say that like it's completely different like whenever you're in university and then you know, you're brown, because then suddenly like everyone like respects you and is like super interested in the culture and stuff. And yeah, like suddenly like it's a benefit in many ways like in university, rather than like in middle school where like you just feel like really different. And you know, they don't understand like how to be polite and accepting, I guess, yet. And they just say a lot of shit that like you have to deal with. Yeah. And then I think another funny thing was the DARE program. You know, that's like the thing they do to like discourage like drug use, I guess. Well, I remember like one of our DARE officers, this bald dude, like I remember him specifically like in person, like speaking to. He got like arrested for taking like videos of women at like tanning salons or something. So that was just funny because it makes you question their sense of morality. And yeah, like how it translates from drugs into doing that. Don't do drugs, but I guess he thought that was morally all right. So, and then the funny thing too is like 80% of my class like just ended up doing drugs like 2 years later anyway. So, but yeah, middle school was it was an interesting time. It was a potent time. I guess that's all I really have to say for now. Yeah.